really want to say thank you to Our Revolution Washington for everything you've done for progressive candidates and initiatives in Washington State. I'm very, very honored to be included on this event. My name is Georgia Davenport. I'm running to represent Legislative District 7 because our world is in crisis and politics as usual won't solve the issues we face. Even before the COVID-19 pandemic, hundreds of thousands of Washington State residents didn't have any health care coverage, and that was before millions of Americans lost their jobs. Here in Eastern Washington, rural hospitals are suffering. They're closing because not enough people can get insurance over here, and so more and more people rely on LifeFlight to get them to the nearest providers. We need to pass the whole Washington Healthcare Trust to save lives, hospitals, and billions of dollars. In 2018, I was the volunteer campaign director for Whole Washington and led the effort to collect over 100,000 signatures for universal health care. I want to continue the fight for universal health care in our legislature. Many legislators are considering austerity measures. Shirley was just talking about that due to the economic repercussions of COVID-19. But we have 13 billionaires living in Washington State who don't pay any income tax, while families find themselves unable to afford the high cost of housing and healthcare. Jeff Bezos is worth over $200 billion. If we had a wealth tax of just 5%, Jeff Bezos' contribution alone would cover our budget shortfall, and we wouldn't have to punish the working class for the economic woes created by COVID-19. Another challenge we face in my district is access to broadband. Parents are driving their children miles to sit in parking lots during this pandemic to attend online classes because they don't have reliable internet at home. The internet should be available to all families as a public utility, just like water and electricity. Recently, our state was blanketed with thick smoke. While arson and gender reveal parties may start fires, it is dry conditions combined with hotter summers that make fires spread so much more easily. When elected, I will take the environmental impacts of climate change seriously and work to pass clean energy bills. Meanwhile, my opponent is taking money from corporations which oppose all of the reforms I've mentioned. Corporations like Phillips 66, Primera Blue Cross, Broadband Communications Association PAC, Amazon, Monsanto, and many, many more. Right now, she has $160,000, and that mostly comes from corporations. I rely on donations and support from real people. Corporations are not people. Money is not speech. People like you watching this organizing call. As of today, we have sent over 20,000 texts to voters in the district and sent thousands of handwritten postcards. Shout out to Laura Fielding, Executive Director of Red Berets for Medicare for All, who has sent more than 10,000 texts in the last 3 days for my campaign. Also, I want to point out that we've got volunteers all over the state, like Lael White, Holly Allen, Amelia Escobedo, Lisa Wolf, Carlene Myers, and Fran Bauer. They've been writing postcards, handwriting postcards to people in this district. So I really want to recognize the volunteers that have been helping me with my campaign, because without them, I would not be getting the votes that I've been getting. I got more than 15,000 votes in the primary in a red district, so I'm very proud of that. If you want to pitch in to help cover the remaining 5,000 texts we need to send in the next couple days or other campaign costs, please visit davenportforwashington.com. And again, thank you so much for this opportunity to be with you this evening. I really, really appreciate it.